Hello baseball fans, welcome to beautiful Dicolour Australia Stadium here at West Beach, Adelaide, South Australia. Here on this lovely Friday afternoon we have the Div 1 finals, game one of a three-game series between the Sturt Saints and the Henley Grange Rams. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm standing in for the voice of Australian baseball, Eric Bollner. He's been called off on softball duties, so very big shoes to fill. Although watching his recent photos at Wombat, he probably doesn't wear shoes that often. I'm joined here by some great special guests who will be helping with some special comments and more player insights. Firstly, on my right from the Henley Grange Rams club member, we have Kim Ashworth. How are you?
Good evening, how are you?
Very well, thanks, very well. We'll get into Kim's elusive background in baseball. Very excited, and I happen to be wearing a LA Dodgers jumper, which fits in very nicely. So, lovely afternoon anyways, isn't it, Kim?
Thank you, yes, and welcome to West Beach. Always a good place on a Friday night. Sun setting in the right field fence, and both teams, you've got no excuses tonight.
That's it. And as you said there, of course, he's wearing his Adelaide Giants experience with pitching for both the Adelaide Giants and the Dodgers Detroit Tigers, and we'll get into more stories later on with him. Also, to Kim's right-hand side, we've got John McClure. Good afternoon. Well, good evening, John. How are you?
Good. Very excited.
It is indeed. Excellent. John McClure is the president of the Sturt Saints Baseball Club, and no doubt he'll be able to give us some insights into the players there. So it's a three-game series, and obviously game one tonight will be underway very shortly. This will be streamed live, I believe, here on this YouTube channel. So do make sure you get some snacks, some drinks, settle in. The Tokyo series has finished, but the West Beach series is just starting to fire up.
At least you came prepared.
All right, so we're coming through now. We're going to go through the lineup for today. And John McClure, if you'd like to go through the Saints, Sturt Saints lineup for us today, that'd be great. Nice and close to your mouth. I should be able to hear. Just wait right there, John. They're just fixing up the mics there for yours. Just plugged that one in just recently, so we might... There we are. Thank you very much, Kim. As Henley Grange make their way to the diamond, we'll hear from John with the lineup for the Sturt Saints.
Okay, leading off the Sturt Saints is Harry Nucky, 24, Sturt Junior. He came through the ranks, started playing for Sturt at the age of 11. This will be Harry's fourth grand final, potentially his fourth premiership should the Saints get up. Harry had a 4.33 batting average through the season. Harry plays centre field for the Saints. After him is Mitch Lightbody, 26, also a three-time premiership player, batted 394 this year, 104 at-bats with one home run. Harry hit 3. And then after that, batting at number 3 is the master blaster himself, Terrell Joyce. He's our American import. Terrell's got a pretty remarkable record. This is his fourth season with the Saints. He played a season with West Torrens and a season with Glenelg before that. And I think I may stand to be corrected. This is his 6th grand final in a row.
Got a very busy trophy cabinet by the sounds of things at Sturt.
Oh, he's a very good player and a very good hitter. Terrell came halfway through the season. He's 32 years of age. He's batting .420. He only had 50 at-bats and hit 9 home runs. And after that is the captain of the Adelaide Giants, Jordan McArdle. Geordie's 26, batted .451 in the SABL, 51 at-bats and 7 home runs. So it's a pretty powerful lineup, the first 4 batters.
Excellent. Thanks, John. Formidable team there in the dugout. We've got the Henley Grange Rams. Would you like me to go through that one, Kim? Or excellent. So on the mound, we have number 17, Geordie Gross. Behind the plate, catcher, Jet Clohesy. First base, Wilson Lee. Second base, number 16, Jordan Hodges. At shortstop, number 6, Corky Yonezawa. And on third base, we have Liam Bull. Left field, Phil Acosta. Centre field, Jack Partington. And at right field, Lou Helmig. Anyone we should keep an eye out there, do you reckon, Kim?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid defence out there. A lot of those infielders will make every basic play for you and sometimes make the extraordinary as well. And Jack Partington in the centre field, not much gets over that lad's head. So it'll be exciting to see what we do there.
Beautiful. Looks like we're all ready set.
Reece seems to be going to left field. Would I be right in saying that, lads?
Coming in from right, I reckon.
Coming in from right. The plane flying to the right, probably coming from the right. But play ball. That's in there for a strike.
Best pitch in baseball, strike one.
Strike one, yeah. Locked in, strike two there. Good to see a number 17 on the mound there. Not a Dodgers uniform, but nice nonetheless. Good contact there, out to right field. And it's taken comfortably there by Lou Helmig for the first out. Bit of a celebration there as well.
I think you have to hit him hard to get him over that fence today.
Yeah, certainly held up in the breeze, that one. Not that it was particularly well struck.
For those international viewers that might not know West Beach, we're very close to the ocean here. So the ocean breeze is rather strong. And flowing from the right to the left of the diamond.
You should mention that it finally rained yesterday.
Good point there, John. Yes, indeed. Very dry here in South Australia, one of the driest places in the world. But I was up in the hills this morning with a bit of rain, but luckily it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here. As 1-1 the count. Got some magpies flying around. Don't know if that's an omen for the footy later on tomorrow, but that's another story. So at the plate, Mitch Lightbody here. 2-1 the count.
3-1.
Just outside.
Jordie's very economical when he pitches. He doesn't miss by much and keeps it around those edges most of the time.
Chops it foul. Brings it to a full count. See the sun there, as the gentleman was mentioning, that'll slowly go down, and you'll see the shadow pass across the diamond as the game progresses.
Oh,
great contact. Struck the pitcher. Great recovery.
That's a pitcher's nightmare, that one.
Yeah.
That's the one that you just hope it's at your body and not at your head.
He did really well to recover there. What do you think? Your thoughts there, Kim?
He knocked it down well enough. I think it might have got him in the body a little bit, but I think he got a little bit of forearm in it as well, so he absorbed a bit of that.
I don't think it was a tickle.
Yeah, you never want to see those balls go directly back, but good reflexes. Hopefully he'll get a bit of care. They'll go for a huddle.
They hurt a lot more when you don't get out at first, too.
So that takes a bit of the pain off, you reckon, Kim?
Yeah, definitely.
So what would you be asking for at this stage? The ice, the magic spray, or just some quiet silence?
As long as you can pitch.
I'll probably ask for my mum.
I'd ask for an L screen.
Two of the big batters in the Sturt lineup coming up now. Terrell Joyce and Geordie McArdle.
Geordie's had another good year with the Giants. I was lucky enough to call one of his home runs in Japanese, which was rather unique. But he must be a big asset for the club, having someone like Geordie there.
He's a great guy to have around the club. Very encouraging. Coaches juniors, helps out at training. I couldn't ask for anything else.
The young kids is really a favourite with the young Adelaide Giants fans as well.
Yep, it's very popular at Sturt. Big, strong unit.
That's for sure.
And the one coming up after him's no shrinking violet. Simon Barmer, our import from Germany. He came back after playing in the German national teams in the competition.
WBC?
I think it was, yeah, the qualifiers.
Excellent.
Yeah, flew back. He's never played in a winning pennant team, so he's really excited to play in the final series. It's a good assignment to come back. Lou and Henley's right fielder in the same team. Lou Hill.
Excellent. Yeah, really international game, baseball. Brings the world together, that's for sure. So at the plate now we have number 12, Terrell Joyce. And great to see that Geordie on the mound is continuing there. Could have gone either way, that call, Oregon.
Yeah, like I said, he keeps it around the plate a lot.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be throwing straight over the plate to Mr. Joyce. Painting the edges, you reckon, Kim?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do when you're on an no-way count, but the further you fall behind, the more of the plate you've got to take.
Gets a piece of that to right field, and looks like the kids might have a souvenir. It's 2-1 the count now. Nice little crowd building Friday afternoon here in Adelaide, South Australia.
The weather couldn't be any better. 24 degrees, hardly a cloud in the sky. Grass is nice and green through the rain. Sorry to talk about the rain, but we don't see a lot of it.
Please do. We love it. The farmers, we need it.
That's a fair ball. Great
Throw to first. What a cannon. Great play.
Good play, Liam Bull.
Just the composure to take that at full reach. Didn't even take a step, I don't think. Fires it in.
He's almost released that as he's come down, Liam, there.
Yeah, and what a way to end the top of the first. So no scores as yet. As the Sturt Saints take the field, we'll have Henley Grange Rams up to back next. So welcome back to beautiful Dicolour Australia Stadium here at West Beach, South Australia. We have the Div 1 Championship, Game 1, between the Sturt Saints and the Henley Grange Rams. So to lead it off for Henley Grange, we have number 24, Jack Partington.
Perfect lead-off hitter, Pardo. He's got power, he's got speed, and he's got a very good command of the zone.
He's had a very, very good season, Jack. Cleaned up at the Caps medal.
Yeah, second in the Caps medal by 1 or 2 votes, I think. 1 vote, I believe.
And he's up against the ERA champion, Kai Hampton.
Adelaide Giants' favourite.
Yeah, he's pitched 54 innings for Sturt with an ERA of 1.33 and a whip of .722.
And again, must be amazing asset to have him at the club there, John.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's another junior. Very proud of our juniors. Most of our boys on the field started in the juniors with Sturt. So the pitcher, third baseman Geordie, shortstop Zach Aldemira, Mitch Lightbody, Harry Nucky at centre, and Simon Atkins at right field. So you've got Terrell Joyce at left field, import. Blake Farr, the catcher, he came to us from Golden Grove. He's had first year at the club, played in the premiership. And Simon Barmerow, import at first base.
2-1 the count. Gets a piece of that, sends it out to right, but that is foul. 2-2.
Yeah, Kai's one of those blokes that's just got a good presence on the mound. He's in good control, never loses it. And he's off to Canada post-season, playing the Independent League.
Shout out to our Canadian friends that might be viewing this stream live.
I think it's Quebec he's going, where they all speak French. He's going to have to learn another lingo.
The language of baseball. It breaks down the language barrier. Full count here. Good sound off the bat. It's going to send up to centre field though. And taken nicely there by Harry Nucky for the first out.
I think it's going to, as Kim said, I think it's going to be hard to get one out of the park tonight. The flags, you do get a funny breeze down here. Can be swirly.
I know a lot of the Adelaide Giants games had a lot of balls that, as you say, swirled up in the air for quite a while, which pose a bit of a challenge to the outfielders. Number 65, Liam Bull, is in the batter box now.
Liam's had another good year. He was the third base all-star this season for the SABL.
Get some contact there. Shortstop. Over to first there. Nice throw by Altamura.
Young Zaki Altamura. He's probably the youngest player in the field. He's 18. Just turned 18, Zaki. February.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Yeah, if he had to have his first drink now. And then he goes to the States after this. He's going to New Mexico College, junior college. He'll have to wait another 3 years.
It's great to see those college play. Yes, exactly, for the drink over in the States. Great to see all these development programs with these Aussie players out into the world and coming back and bringing it back to the Team Australia as well. Any changes since obviously you were playing there, Kim? Obviously there's a bit more focus on development, the funding and helping the players come along?
Yeah, there's a lot more college focus than probably in the 90s, where a lot of us went over as professionals at a young age, and a lot more kids are getting more opportunities to get that experience. And it's never a bad thing to be able to go to the country that the sport is its biggest, and you actually get to compete against the best in the world there.
Great pitch there, inside swing. That is 2-1.
Wilson Lee batting, Sturt Premiership player of 2018-19. Now coach of Henley and Grange.
Has a big swing at that.
Good pitch.
That'll shut the inning down. So Donuts, no score yet. We've finished the first inning here at West Beach as we watch the play to first. The sun's slowly setting down, the diamond covered in shadow, but stay right there. We'll continue here at Dicolour Australia Stadium right after this. Okay, we are back live here at Dicolour Australia Stadium at West Beach, home of the Adelaide Giants, and of course, the captain of the Adelaide, Geordie McArdle.
Looks good in the baby blue.
Always a crowd favourite with the Adelaide Giants kids, and a lot of Sturt Guernseys, jerseys rather, in the crowd all the time for him. First one takes for a ball.
He's actually our most walked player, believe it or not.
I think he has got quite a few walks with the Giants as well. I think Eric will probably give you the stats more particular, but yes, he's a dangerous hitter, of course, so you've got to be painting those corners.
No, didn't get hold of that.
Ground ball to right, and first out there. No doubt we'll see the captain again later on.
So up to bat for Sturt now is Simon Barmer. As I said, Simon's a Hamburger out of Germany. He's had a very good year for us. He's batting .423, 78 at-bats for 7 home runs. 23 years of age. A big man.
Very solid.
He is a big unit.
And a lovely lad too. He ran our T-ball program at Sturt and did a great job.
Again, it's so good for the young kids to see these figures coming up through the ranks and have some inspiration to drive them following their own dreams.
I'd say Geordie be breathing a sigh of relief at the moment. It's 4 up, 4 down. It's a good start.
Definitely, yes. Great control, especially after that early little hit back at him. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Kim? He's doing a good job?
Yeah, like
Locked
I said, Geordie's just a real workhorse. He just goes out and just keeps repeating, and that ball's pretty well hit to right.
The commentator's curse.
He's back on it, and he's made the catch in right up against the warning track.
Excellent catch.
Great solid catch. There's a moment off the air as well, so Lou Helmy.
And that's his German teammate.
I'm sure they'll head to Harndorf and have a beer and laugh it off.
Yeah.
What a catch. Look at that. Full flight, looking back. Possibly a bit of sun still in his eyes. Great play. Well done, Lou.
So here's the Jordan Jackson Brebner Russ up to bat. JBR as he's known. 31 years of age. He's batted .262. He won the Caps medal 2 years ago and pitched Sturt to a premiership last year, as well as hitting a Grand Slam.
Gone old school with no gloves as well, I see.
Very experienced baseballer, JBR. Played a lot with the Adelaide Bite. He was a catcher originally. They turned him into a pitcher, so he's our DH this season. He's had some shoulder issues, as people do when you've thrown that many.
2-1 the count. So a lot of depth there. He'd obviously have the experience to help those and nurture those younger players coming through.
Well done by Jet there.
Great pitch though. That'll finish the Sturt Saints. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Great pitching there by Geordie Gross. We'll be back shortly. The Sturt Saints will take the field. Henley Grange Rams will be up to bat.
Who's going to be the first person to get on base this game? Win every fucking aspect of the game. Let's go. Here, you got to go low and low. As soon as it gets up, yeah. That's all it did. It just went up and then just come in. Yeah. I don't know.
Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium. We have the Sturt Saints versus the Henley Grange Rams, Div 1 Championship Series, Game 1. Up to bat, number 49, Lou Helmig, who took that amazing catch just before.
What's the odds here? He gets a hard ball down the right side and his German teammate rips him off a hit now.
He'll do the Air Jordan as well, just to put a bit of flair on it.
Dive in the hole and give it up to the pitcher.
It's great to see those friendships become rivalries, become friendships.
Oh,
good contact there.
You called the right side of the diamond, Kim.
And one out.
He just needed to dive a little further and take it off him.
Next up to bat, we have Koki Yonezawa. Oh, our Japanese friends are listening. Yonezawa Koki-san. Born and raised in Japan, but he's been here for a while by the sound of things, Kim.
Yeah, I don't know completely his history, but I believe he might have started out at Kensington as a Seton High School student and has been at Henley for quite some time now.
He was the SABL All-Star shortstop, I think.
Yes, correct. He was named there.
And playing shortstop today as well, I think.
Defensively, extremely sound. Nothing much gets through.
Big swing. Low for a ball. Yeah, great international collaborations. Of course, the Adelaide Giants with the Tokyo Yomiuri Giants. I was lucky enough to help out with some of that there, and it's great to see baseball really bringing countries together and developing friendships across the globe. Some contact there.
It's quick.
Not quite quick enough. Second out.
The picker machine at first base got it, scooped it up.
Yeah, great flying play there by shortstop. We have Zach Altamura.
A lot of these infielders that may not play much with the Giants probably haven't had the experience on the dirt, so charging balls now can be a bit more interesting for these lads.
Especially with a bit of rain as well, that adds a bit of a different factor. First one goes foul.
Yeah, the comment was the grass is fairly thick.
Yeah, watching infield outfield, they had to give it a bit to get it out to him.
Big swing by Jordan Hodges, which I believe families.
Yeah, the son of Dominic Hodges, president of the Henley Grange, and both Dom and Jordan have played their careers all at Henley Grange. And that's
big swing.
6 up, 6 down for the Rams and for Sturt Saints. So haven't seen a base runner yet.
I'll tell you what, to the right of me, Kim Ashworth is loving this pitching duel. Of course, former pitcher for the Adelaide Giants, Detroit Tigers and LA Dodgers. Now we're going to swap again. We're going to have the Henley Grange will take the field. Sturt Saints ready to bat, and we'll be back soon here at West Beach. We are back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Div 1 South Australia. Sturt Saints versus the Henley Grange Rams. Up to bat for Sturt, we have number 7, Blake Farr.
Number 7, batting at 7.
Yeah, Blake Farr's dad, Michael, was East Torrens player back in the day. He's played with my brother at East Torrens. And
East Torrens, you were saying?
yeah, predominantly played most of my career SABL at East Torrens, and now moved over to the Henley Grange Rams this season.
So the transition between players as well happens on lower levels. Obviously in the majors, you see players, unlike other sports, I suppose, they really go traded between teams.
Yeah, a lot of guys move around for different reasons. Myself moved location and, live around the corner from Henley Grange now, and so it's a much easier drive. And I've got 2 step kids both playing there at Henley Grange, while my son still plays at East Torrens at the moment. So, we do the travel, but it's great for the kids to be able to have that opportunity if they wish to move. Sometimes it's out of necessity to find a position to give yourself that opportunity. When you're at a successful club and you've got a catcher that's dominating, you want to be a catcher, you might have to find that other club for you to get to that next level. So it moves around a fair bit, but I think it's one of those sports where the kids and adults are very social. They get together afterwards, and it's never that animosity when you move clubs.
And always very entertaining, those young T-ball and young games. 3-1 the count here. Top of the 3rd here at West Beach.
Stay fair?
Fair.
Just gone out.
Blake's had a very good season for Sturt. He's had 101 at bats, 5 home runs, and batted 386.
So has anyone batted under 300 from your club?
Under 300?
Yeah, under 300.
I don't want to name him, but I did name him before. Yeah.
So some impressive averages in that group. Oh, there's the first baseman of the night.
There we are, the first walk we have for Sturt, runner on. Definitely a battle of the pitches. Number 41 now, Zach Altamura. The shortstop had that great play earlier. Gets a piece, sends it up to centre right. And taken there in centre field by Jack Partington. Crowd start to build a bit, some good cheering from the crowds.
Oh, capacity crowd, probably 35, 40,000 here tonight, I reckon.
Just under the Tokyo Dome, you reckon there, John?
Yeah, just under. Car park's full. Hot dogs are selling.
But it is this really relaxed atmosphere that I was speaking to some of the Japanese Yomiuri Tokyo Giants that came, and they loved it. You can just a relaxed atmosphere, getting photos and autographs on the ground, just focus on their craft, not have to worry about the paparazzi. So us laid-back Australians, nice little spot here.
Yes, Simon Atkins went for the bunt. He's been a very good bunter for the Saints this year. Plays in right field, and he'll hate me saying this, but a real favourite with the ladies.
Look at that moustache and the mullet flowing. Whew.
Blonde and beautiful.
Bit of Bobby Witt Jr. going on there, I reckon. From the Kansas City Royals. Big swing, and he sits him down. Very nice work there by Geordie Gross. He's really locking in there.
So we're back to the top of the order for the Saints. Need to get something going here, top of the 3rd.
Top of the 3rd, 2 out, runner on first. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
I don't think you're going to see much movement out of first base either, the way he's setting up. He's not really known for his base running as most catchers aren't.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Upstairs for a ball. There we are. Sends one up to left field.
Phil Costa camping under it now. Takes the catch.
Beautiful. There's a lovely pink clouds in the backdrop. That closes that innings. And still 0-0. Pitcher's duel here. So stay right there, friends. Make sure you got your snacks and your drinks. We'll be back here shortly at West Beach for more from the Sturt Saints versus Henley and Grange Rams. So back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium, Sturt Saints versus the Henley and Grange Rams, Div 1 Men's Baseball Championship Series, Game 1 here in South Australia. I'm Jared Hoare. I'm joined by Kim Ashworth and John McClure. As that sun sets, it does become a little bit fresh, doesn't it? I put my jumper on early just to prepare. You can see the crowd start to get the hoodies on.
Certainly a contrast to last week when it was over 40 degrees at Sturt and the first game of the final series against West Torrens was cancelled.
Yeah, what's the cut-off heat there, John, that they called the games?
If it's over 40, 30 minutes before the game. And for those who aren't familiar with Celsius, that's just over 105 Fahrenheit. I had to look that up. It was 40.7 at 3:30, so the game was called.
Yeah.
And there was, unfortunately, a tragedy in a cricket game the same day and the same afternoon. Oh, nice pitch. Nice pitch.
Great pitch there. What a way to send the batter out. Kai Hampton gets another K.
So the weather couldn't be any more perfect for this weekend.
Yeah, it is. I think that rain took the edge off it a bit, so hopefully we'll have 2, possibly 3 beautiful days of baseball here at West Beach.
I was expecting to see a seagull down here, but I haven't seen a seagull all evening.
Get yourself some chips.
UA1 there from Mr. Hampton.
Straight in the strike zone of the first baseman's mitt. Another out there. 2 out.
Phil Costa due up now. He's actually had a pretty good series so far for the last few weeks. The game against South and the game against Adelaide and the tied game, just probably a foot below the home run fence from ending it in the 9th inning, but I think he went 4 for 4 on that day.
Shows bunt. So he's a power hitter?
Generally not. Quite a surprise to hit the top of the fence. So it's the furthest I've seen Phil hit a ball, but I also haven't seen him play a hell of a lot in his life, so I'm sure he can tell me he can hit it further.
Great pitches, reflexes, just like we saw earlier there. Had Kim catch the sheet as the pitch goes inside for a ball. Still got it, mate. I'll tell you what, that was a good catch.
Lucky it was on my right side, not my left, because the left doesn't move that quick.
Yeah, nice pitch there, right on the edge of the strike zone. Again, Kai's looking really strong tonight there, John.
Mr. Efficiency.
It'd be interesting to see his pitch counts. Pretty low. He's looking to go the long yards today.
There it is.
Well, I reckon he's finished with about 27 pitches in 3 innings. You don't get much more efficient than that.
And still 2 big donuts on the Bennett Field scoreboard here at West Beach. Look at that beautiful purple sky there, friends. We'll be back here at West Beach, South Australia, with the Sturt Saints playing the Henley Grange Rams. As a pitcher, how do the lights affect you, Kim? What can we be?
Pitching-wise, the only real issues you'd have is sometimes getting signs from the catcher. You'd have catchers that would have to put some white paint or highlight their fingers, put tape on their fingers, something to be able to help see that. Outside of that, it's every game we pretty much played was under lights, so you kind of get used to it. We did have a season where a light tower went out and had to play pretty much day games for the second half of the season, which isn't much fun in Florida and 35 and 100% humidity every day. But but night's it's the time you want to play. That's where you feel your best.
Beautiful. All right, we have up to about number 35 for the Sturt Saints. Can they put some runs on the board? Mitch Lightbody. I've seen his name pop up recently, John. He's got a contract or heading to college or something, did I read?
No, Mitch has been to college.
That's right.
He's 26. He's a plumber. He's just a new dad.
Congratulations to Mitch.
Little maverick. So he cops the Top Gun music every time he goes up to bat.
Lovely pitch there.
Just a matter of time until someone breaks now. These are the type of games where they just roll along and they keep rolling along and then someone breaks it. It's just a matter of where it happens now. It's a very good pitch.
Yeah, really good framing as well by the catcher.
Yeah, they're setting up on the outside.
Contact there.
Straight at centre again.
And Jack Partington seeing a bit of the ball. Makes the first out. Friday afternoon, evening, tomorrow's game as well will be similar time, I think 7:30 Adelaide time, and of course Sunday, if required, will be, I believe, 3 p.m. So do keep your eyes on the Baseball SA website for details as he hits it to right field. That is dropped down. Turns around second. Stand-up double. And the crowd love it. Terrell Joyce. Stand-up double. And John Sturt, we've got a runner in a scoring position.
Hugh Beauty. It's been a long time between drinks. Top of the 4th. Yes, Mr. T, Mr. Reliable.
So this is the part of your lineup you want with runners on.
That's right, the big bloke's up to bat now.
The captain. Right on cue.
Is Joddy pitching around a little bit here with the base open this early in the game?
Geordie to Geordie. Watches the first one through. Strike one. Crowd started to become a bit vocal. They realise the dynamics here.
Got to make the most of the opportunities in finals. It's moving him over.
So the runner will advance to third.
Geordie to Geordie, the hit to Geordie.
So 2 out and Big Simon's up to bat. He struck the ball very well last time. Blue took the catch of the game to take him out.
Infield knowing they've got time of playing real deep.
Simon Bormer.
I think Lou's probably even a bit shallower than what he played last time. He's moving back now.
Yeah, his German friend at right field, of course. Inside there for a ball.
2-0.
2-0 the count. 1 out, 2 out.
2 out.
There's 2 out.
2 out, runner on 3.
Top of the fourth here at West Beach.
I dare say if he falls behind any further, they won't give him anything here.
3-0. As he looks
does
at
he
his
watch it, or does he get a green light?
Oh, you give him a green light. If that's his best pitch, he's going to see it this about. You don't want to let it just come over the plate on you. He's just going to put him on. Oh, he just called him for a ball.
Got called for a ball.
I wasn't watching to see what he actually called him for.
Now, when the crowd dies down, we'll go to Kim Ashworth to see if he's noticed anything with that bolt there. Did you get a glimpse? We'll have a look at the footage.
Yeah, if we get a replay of it, we might be able to see something there. But
As, of course, Sturt celebrating.
Geordie asking now what it was for. I don't know if he's got an answer out of belly.
Bit of a smile. But maybe something you fans can do later on after the broadcast. Have a look back and as another batter walk to first. So Sturt scores. Runner on first, 2 out. An eventful top of the fourth here, John.
Yeah, interesting. I do like the ball calls. When I say I like the ball calls, I watch a lot of MLB replays and I just shake my head. I wonder what he did.
Yeah.
I'll take it though.
Thought you would.
Oh,
There we are. Looked a bit high to start the trajectory, but gets the out.
I think
Here we are. We'll have a look at on the screen here. It's called there.
No, I can't see anything there.
Very difficult. I only noticed 2 magpies flying across.
Yeah, I mean, we're a lot
What do you think at home? Have a look after the replay, but stand by there. Sturt 1, Henley Grange 0. We'll be back shortly.
Henley Grange pitching coach go out now.
Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium. Sturt Saints 1, Henley Grange Rams 0. As the first goes for a strike. Beautiful sunset here in the distance, here in South Australia. Division 1, Game 1 of the Championship Series. Fouled away, 1-1.
Henley's still looking for their first base runner of the night, I believe.
Yeah, definitely a pitcher's duel.
So when you're at the bottom of the fourth and you lead off leading off, it's either good for one reason or the other.
Exactly right. Crowd starting to get a little bit vocal. Great local communities here in South Australian baseball. Of course, here is the home of our Adelaide Giants, our beloved home team. 2-2 the count.
That wind shifted around a little bit now, coming in from left field.
Well noticed there. Special comments from Kim Ashworth, club member of Henley Grange Rams, and also John McClure, the president of Sturt Saints. Learning a lot tonight. Thank you, gentlemen. Time called. No pitchers clock coming into Australian baseball yet, you reckon, Kim?
Oh, I can't see it. I don't know how you're ever going to be able to count it down. The umpires have got enough to worry about as it is.
Is that adding to injuries in the big leagues, do you think? Or
I wouldn't have thought so. I think it's helping games get through. They were getting to a ridiculous length.
almost a cricket length?
Yeah. And everyone's attention span's a lot shorter now with 2020 cricket and all these things, and trying to find ways to shorten it. It certainly helped the game, I believe.
Very true. It's a great pick-up here by shortstop Zach Altamura. Geez, playing well today there, John.
Oh, he's very efficient, Zachy. That's why he's off to college. He was the under-16 MVP in the Australian Championships 2 years ago. A very talented player.
Big swing there from Liam Bull.
I may stand corrected on this, but I don't think anyone's got onto Kai except for Jack in the first innings. When I say got onto him, put a ball into the field, past the infield.
Can't remember seeing anything. Sounds...
No, Kai's very much in control at the moment. There you go. There's good
Sends
hit.
one up.
And it's going to hold up.
That's going into the gap.
Oh, and it drops.
He's going to get the field.
Going to go around second to third.
Fully enclosed field.
And safe as the Henley Grange fans turn alive.
Well, there you go. I just shot the club in the foot.
Mm-hmm. Commentator's curse there, John.
Good work, Big Mouth.
There we are. A bit of noise from the maroon and gold fans in the stands there, Kim.
Yeah, can we see history repeat now, having that runner at third with two out and getting it to score?
Yeah, again, that wind playing a bit of havoc, I reckon.
Yeah, good position, Henley. One out. Big Willie Lee up to bat.
Sturt got their infield backs. Any ground ball you'll be looking to score on.
Well noticed there, Kim.
That should score him.
Oh, and it's passed. The run will score, and Lee will hold up at first. We have a ball game, gentlemen. 1-1 is the score.
How quickly a game can change. Like we were saying, ultimately in control, really not having anything to worry about, and then two batters later you're down tied.
Just opens up the game entirely. So the Rams go to the scoreboard. So one apiece here at West Beach. Got a game in our hands. The bottom of the fourth. Beautiful pitch there, right on the outside there for a strike. Again, great composure there, John. It's just the mindset of a pitcher, obviously, just so focused.
Willie Lee's a very good player. Has been for a number of years.
Couldn't have missed by much.
Oof. Yeah, looked very close there. 1-1 the count though. As the sounds of aeroplanes in the distance, close to Adelaide Airport here at West Beach. That's high, fouled off. One and two the count now. One out here. Runner on first. So another chance here for Henley Grange to advance the runner, if not score. And that the pitch count slowly starting to creep up now.
Yeah, Sturt will be hoping to get at least 7 innings out of Kai, possibly 8. I would imagine Henley will be the same with Geordie Gross.
Start game on with the aces. Runners moved.
He's there.
And the ball's dropped, so he is safe. Stolen base there. Number 12, Wilson Lee. Stands proudly on top of second base. So Henley Grange now with the runner in scoring position.
Just short hop, make it a tough play there for young Altamira coming in. It's much harder when that ball lands in front coming up, trying to take the ball and lay the tag at the same time.
Pretty hard when there's a big bloke sliding like he's playing for the Maroons rugby team as well. Strong unit there, Wilson Lee.
That'll score.
Good contact. Lee's going to go. He's going to be held up.
Been held up and throws off line.
Just been held up, but the runner will advance to second. So timely hit there for Henley and Grange. Runner second, third. One out there, Kim.
Yeah, and Koki due up. He's a very good contact hitter, Koki. He'll just see what the infield's doing here if they're going to be playing in. They were happy to play back, give up the one run, but I'm not sure they'll be back trying to give up the lead run. But then again, you've also got a runner at second, so do you want to give up both?
Just
so
noticed
infield's coming in.
Third base coach, mate. You've got Randy Johnson playing the third base coach, or that is a great mushtaka?
He is Randy Johnson minus 2 feet out of mix.
So Corky Yonezawa watches the first.
He'd just be looking to lift this ball on the outfield right now, deep enough to score Willie from third. There it is. Oh, he's caught it. And there's the double play.
Double play. Wow, just like that.
Wow from Kai Hampton.
Yeah.
Just wow. Situational awareness.
Reflexes to catch it, but as you said, take a moment, spot the runner at third, throw it out, double play, and just like that, leaves 2 runners stranded.
That's a rally killer.
Watch that again there. Great catch by Kai Hampton. He checks second, but straight to third.
There's a really good video of him playing for the Australian under-18 team when he gets line drived. And he just catches it and throws it back.
And have a look how excited the captain is at third base catching this one.
Oh.
We'll be back shortly with Sturt Saints, Henley Grange Rams here at West Beach, South Australia. All right, back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined here by Kim Ashworth and John McClure. So we move to the top of the 5th inning. One apiece.
Line drive, straight at him.
The first out, that'll help to keep the pitch count down, mate.
One pitch, one out. And especially when it gets hit that well straight at a fielder, you just tip your hat and keep going.
Yeah, it did sound good off the bat, but unfortunately for Sturt, straight to the third baseman, Liam Ball. Great positioning there as well.
Yeah, he was off the line a little bit too, so they've obviously done a bit of scouting report and expecting that ball to head that way.
What's the sort of the scouting reports and the sort of the data that they work out this sort of level there, Kim?
I mean, these guys have played against each other for many years now. They'll have a pretty good idea where they like the ball, where they like to hit, and they'll move themselves generally at this level. Coaches may give some insight and move an outfielder, but generally these guys will move themselves at this level.
Do they watch videos?
There's not a whole lot of videos that goes on. Like I said, these guys repeat against each other during pretty much season in and out. And guys move around to clubs and they get to know each other pretty well. Koki. Oh, very uncharacteristic like from Koki.
That's what you're talking about before, Kim. Not used to playing on the dirt, a lot of these guys.
Yeah, might have got a bit of a hop, but that'll be an error mark there. Let's have a look on the replay. Just couldn't quite grab it. Time just to refocus, take a breath, and get ready for the next play.
Yeah, he'll be looking for that gramble again now to try to turn that double play and get themselves out of it.
So Sturt with a runner at first, one out here at the top of the 5th. Lucky that net was there, otherwise we'd be eating a baseball about now, gentlemen.
Like you said, you've got a good bunter up, Liam Ball coming in on the grass just to making sure that they're not going to try to get that runner to second base.
Back is the call and in time. So Simon Adkins, number 36. As Geordie spins the ball into his 5th inning.
That's over his head.
Good call, it is indeed. Runners going round.
That's going to score,
He's
Zach.
been called round third. It's coming home.
And the third.
Sturt score. Runner moves to third. Great contact there, Simon Adkins.
When your number 9 batter hits a double, that's what you need. So we're at the top of the order now with Harry Nucky up to bat. Harry wasn't booked for an error with that catch. It's a great hit by Simlake.
Great contact. Look at that mullet flowing
Got
as he
on his
runs around
bike
the
straight away.
bases.
There's a little interference there at third base, or rounding first base with Willie Lee. But got to third either way.
Interesting. Had there would have been something that would have been...
Yeah, the umpire would have likely point at the play, wait till the play runs out, and then if he was thrown out by more than he thinks that the play cost him, would be out. If he was inside of that, then he'd be called safe.
And obviously made at the time, obviously without the replays.
Yeah. 4 umpires out there, they'll be making sure they'll see everything tonight.
As the one goes foul. Now, Div 1, every game, do they have the 4 umpires on the field? Or
Generally 2.
Usually 2?
Yeah, generally 2. And then as they get to the finals and they dwindle the numbers down, the umpires' crews grow bigger. I think the last series they had 3 umpire crews, so 4 is about the maximum they'll get to.
And great to see lots of young umpires coming through the ranks as well. I know I've chatted with several during the Adelaide Giants games, and so anyone watching the stream thinking about getting into baseball, maybe as a player, maybe as a coach, but also umpiring, definitely touch base with your local club or check out Baseball SA website for details. It's going to fall in. Another hit. It's going to bring another one home. It's raining runs here for Sturt.
I love the hyperbole. Well, I wouldn't quite call it raining, but...
It's raining magpies, I should say, swooping runs.
So Harry Nucky gets his first hit in an RBI. He'd be very happy. Brings up Mitch Lightbody.
So celebrations there in the Sturt dugouts. Now, what's the pitching coach sort of thinking now? Is he going to...
Well, there's no
movement in the bullpen?
No, there's no movement out of Henley Grange right now. I mean, there's no point hitting the panic button right now. We've got an error, a very good hit, and then a little bloop. So I think they have that confidence in their pitcher. He's still doing what he needs to do right now.
So they'll be looking to get him through 7 or...
Yeah, I mean, you got a 3-game series in front of you, and great to win it in 2, but you also got to have that plan for a 3-game series.
Special comments there from Kim Ashworth and John McClure. So 3-1 Sturt leader here at West Beach against Henley Grange. Top of the 5th, runner on first. Drops again. Runner advances.
To state the obvious, the flat hitting has certainly worked a lot better than the big deep hits to the outfield.
Yeah, definitely. The wind really was holding it up, wasn't it, those deep balls? So line drives really turning up trumps for Sturt. So we watch that replay again. Almost sounded like a broken bat. Didn't quite.
So former Giants pitcher Troy Scoble coming out to the mound now to talk to Geordie.
What will he be saying if...
Look, he's probably just coming out there to settle him down a bit and let him know, look, you're not doing anything wrong here. You've had a couple of situations that, they've hit the ball, they've put it through the field. You can't do much about that. So as he keeps going along and keeps throwing strikes, you're going to leave him out there a bit longer. But when that ball starts getting hit a bit harder, that's when you have your concerns. Andrew Bell thinking that's enough to have a conversation is going out there to pull him already. But generally, when you see the pitching coach coming out, it's just a chat, a settle down, maybe something they've seen. When you see the manager coming out, that's time for you.
A readjustment of the golden belt there for Geordie. Up to bat to number 12. We have Terrell Joyce for the Sturt Saints.
Not the situation Henley would want to be in with Mr. T up to bat. Runners on 1 and 2 and 1 out. Ideal situation for Sturt, followed by Geordie McArdle. Sturt needs to make hay while the sun shines. As Henley's got hold of Kai in the last innings a little bit. They're probably fortunate to get out with that double play.
You generally see this a lot with pitchers. It's once through the lineup, second time through, as you start getting into a 3rd and 4th, the advantage becomes the hitters.
They start to read the pitches.
Yeah, they see you a bit more. They've seen you a couple of times. They start feeling a bit more comfortable.
Great pitch there by Geordie Gross. Lovely on the outside there. Really good framing by the catcher.
Swing and a miss.
So runner on first and second. And again.
Very good pitch.
Big strikeout there for Geordie Gross.
Big strikeout.
That's when you feel good as a pitching coach. You come out and you sprinkle some dust and you get the out you need.
Up next, the captain, Geordie McArdle. I think the pitcher won the last duel they had. I think it was a ground out, if I remember. Let's see what the captain, Geordie McArdle, has for Geordie Gross this time. High and inside bit of chin music.
Yeah, certainly no intent there.
Again, these are all good friends. They've known each other for years. And
oh, yeah, but you're still, you let them know every now and then who the pitcher is, and, you're the one that holds the ball and holds the tempo.
Used to change a bit as well when you crossed the white line as well, mate?
Oh, a little bit, I can honestly say I never hit anyone intentionally, but I tried to miss him very closely a few times.
Fouled off there by McArdle.
Yeah, and Geordie's one of those batters that commands the plate as well.
Yeah, he's got a real presence, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I love watching him come up to bat for the Adelaide Giants, and the Hilltop Hoods comes cranking out. Oh, it's the captain coming up to bat.
Great block there by Jet. That's a tough block down and in like that to keep that ball in front of you.
Yeah, great catching. Especially with runners on.
Yeah, that's important. To keep that second runner out of the scoring position at the moment.
Yeah, only with one out as well. 1 and 2 the count. Have a look at the home umpire. Sends on up towards. It's foul.
Just missed it.
Yeah. So do the fans keep all the foul balls as well today, or they'll get rotated again?
I do not know the answer to that, but if you can get one, stick it in your pocket and see if you can get home with it.
Might be some kids coming up to get you to sign them as well there, Kim.
That'll only devalue it.
Inside.
He's just going to get the one out.
Advance the runners.
That's all they needed.
That's 2 out. Sorry, friends. It's different on the screen, but that was the 3rd out there. So out of a pickle there, Geordie Gross. Well done. 3-1 still, though. The Saints are up. So we'll be back as Henley Grange come up to bat. Stadium Div 1, Game 1, the Championship Series. We have the Sturt Saints playing the Henley and Grange Rams. Bottom of the 5th, first pitch there is a strike from Kai Hampden, really dominating. Great pitching duel.
Yeah, 46 pitches. He's only faced 14 batters so far. Geordie was expensive in that inning, 73 pitches. 22 batters he's faced.
Big swing and a miss there from Jordan Hodges. A lot of Jordans on the field tonight.
A lot of Jordans.
Oh, it's a popular name in the 90s.
Yeah, there's some guy that played basketball called that.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Yeah.
They should make a shoe about him, though.
Yeah, apparently it was okay.
Bit outside.
This is where you need to come back after you've just given your pitcher a long inning. You know, that error kind of cost him a bit during that inning, and this is where you want to just give him a bit of time, try to get a couple of base runners on and give yourself that chance to tie it up this inning.
Adjusting the gloves there. Ready for the next pitch, Jordan Hodges. Batting at 6th for Henley Grange Rams this evening.
Very good athlete, Geordie. You'll probably see him at some point in the series come on the mound as well.
Two-way, three-way player. Inside.
Most of Henley's relievers are out in the field at the moment. You'll have Lou, Koki, Geordie Hodges, then Pardo and Centerfield will all probably pitch some point during this series.
At what stage do the two-way, three-way sort of basically, when do you have to make up your mind which path you take as a baseball player?
If you asked me before Atani came along, I'd say at a professional level, but that's even taken out now, and you've got switch pitches throwing at professional level now, which is something I'd never see either.
Good for the game, you think? These new different things happening?
Yeah, I can't see why not. I mean, you look at most of your junior baseball players, your best athlete starts as a pitcher. Just about everyone out here playing at this level would have pitched at some point in their life, so there's no reason why these guys can't continue on as hitters as well.
Upstairs, great pitch there. Just missed it. Kai Hampton, he's looking good tonight, John.
Oh, he's looking fabulous. I was just going to say, talk about batting. Kai was actually a really good junior all-rounder, but went to college. Hasn't batted since.
Doesn't need to bat by the look of this.
He was a good hitter.
Well, he's got Mike Trout's number on his back, so you never know. He might pick up a bat again. First one's fouled off.
Luke Travascus, designated hitter for the Rams tonight. Almost a repeat.
Yeah, thought it was a glitch in the matrix for a second. So, Luke, it's a power or is a percentage hitter or a base runner?
He's a bit of an all-round guy as well. He can show off some power at times, but yeah, good contact hitter, good on the base path. Generally plays as an outfielder when he's in the field.
Son of the backbone of the club, the Travascuses.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
DT and Rowena, very, very good club people.
It's great to meet all these families and passionate community members of baseball here in South Australia as Kai Hampton gets another K. Capital K for Kai there, John.
What can I say? I feel like the colour guy, Harry Doyle.
So Jeff Clahesi.
Jet.
Jet, sorry. Number 99, another big number in the majors these days.
Don't see it behind the plate too often, though.
Really good eye there. Just let no one come in.
He's also a Henley Grange product through the T-ball ranks, been a junior state player, and now is a very handy catcher for the Rams in Division 1.
He's got some speed, but not quite enough for that throw. So another scoreless inning there for Henley Grange.
Another very efficient innings from Kai Hampton.
Yeah, only a handful of pitches to shut him down.
He's in the groove at the moment.
So we'll be back here shortly at West Beach for the continuation of the Div 1, Game 1, men's final here in South Australia.
It's because they're constantly just not at their mouth.
Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium here at the beautiful West Beach, South Australia. We have Game 1 of the Div 1 Men's Baseball Championship Final Series here in South Australia. Sturt Saints are playing Henley Grange Rams. My name is Jared Hall. I'm joined here by Kim Ashworth from the Henley Grange Rams and John McClure from Sturt Saints. Both providing lots of unique insights and information about the players and the great communities that they're a part of. Coming up to bat next for Sturt, we have number 21.
No, we've actually got number 11, Big Super Simon. Simon Barmer. The big left-handed hamburger. He's a two-way guy. He may relieve tonight, but more than likely when Kai comes off, Mitch Lightbody may pitch. That's been Matt Williams' modus operandus. Getting ahead of ourselves here at the moment, because this is what, the top of the 6?
I believe it is, yes.
Kai may go the whole distance the way he's going. Oh, God, don't say that, John.
Commentator's curse, mate. In there for a strike. Great
Not
pitch
happy
there.
with that call.
Just outside, you reckon?
I always say the umpire's got a better view than we have back here, but sometimes it's not always right.
Good sound
Down
off the
through
bat,
the
through the gap.
Now to his mate Lou.
Gee, they've been busy playing a bit of catch ball with the bat.
Yeah. It's a good start for the innings for Sturt. JBR up, Jackson Brevner us. Probably arguably Sturt's greatest ever player. 3 premierships, caps medal. Pretty much single-handedly, oh, that's exaggeration, but one game 2 of the final last year with pitching and hit a Grand Slam home run. Did the world's best backflip and got plugged the next innings.
I'll have to look that up on YouTube, I reckon.
It's a very good backflip. Landon Hernandez was having none of that when he came up to bat next. Bang! Cop that, son.
How's your backflips, Kim?
Oh, I don't have to worry about that. No, we had a bit more leeway with pitches back then, so if anyone bat flipped, they generally got one back through their neck a little bit inside. But now it just seems like the done thing. It just seems like it's just shell and peas when you do it.
Big swing there. Some good control there from Geordie.
Yes, he did. Oh!
Did he go? No.
Well, the replay will tell us what we'll see. But yeah, from back here, it looked like he had a fair crack at it. But obviously, like I said, they're in a much better
Let's have a
position than
look.
we are.
Oh, no.
Ah, good call.
No.
Good call.
Great call. Of course, the umpire's not seeing this replay footage, calling everything real time. So runner on first. No out. Top of the 6th here at West Beach.
Oh, it's
Contact again. It's going to drop. The runner's going to hold up at second. Runners on first and second now for Sturt. Those bats starting to come alive again, John.
Yeah, they're looking good. How's that for a comment? They're looking good. None out. Runners on 1 and 2. Blake Farr's been a good clutch hitter this year. He's hit a few home runs.
Do you think they're going to look to bunt him over here and get 2 runners in scoring position?
No,
Henley,
not with none out.
Henley are thinking this right now, well, that's the only time you are going to do it with none out. You're not going to do it with 1 or 2 out.
Down the first base line, you reckon?
It should be down the third base line with these runners on because third base.
Draw the fielder in.
Yeah, third base has to then throw it back behind him. First base doesn't need to hold the runner on so he can get in a bit deeper. And if third gets in too deep, the runner can steal behind him.
He's called it. He's shown bunt. I'm not sure if the pitcher saw, but...
Yeah, generally what this play happens regularly now in this situation, the pitcher will do a move to second base, trying to get the hitter to flinch so we can go, yep, we know he's bunting, rather than trying to guess. So you'll see the infielders all move.
Yeah. I can't recall a game where Blake's bunted, to be honest.
You got some big hitters in your lineup. They might not know how to bunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big difference between 2 runs and 4 runs. So if you can get those 2 runs in, that means that Henley Grange are going to need a rally. They can't just get a base hit to tie the game up.
That's it. Stretch that lead out. So Blake Farr. Giving that one a bit of a swing, sends a foul.
Only gave him 1 attempt at it. This is that time where you fail to get the bunt down and you get to an 0-2 count and you hit into a double play. Worst experience you can have.
Is that playable? But we'll see a Max Muncy sort of dive over the fence then and have a spectator take the catch again.
Max Muncy wouldn't have got to the fence.
True.
He doesn't go that far for his holidays.
So on the mound, Geordie Gross re-prepares, checks the runner.
Infield fly.
There we are. Koki takes that one. First out. So with one out now, Kim, the bunt's still a little...
No, you take that away now. You do it with none out, trying to give yourself a couple opportunities to score those runs, but you don't want to give up and out now to try to get one opportunity to drive those runs in.
And of course, double place now in play.
Now you just take the one if you can get it.
So Zach Altamura at the plate. Low on outside for a ball. So he'll be starting to slowly reach towards triple figures.
Yeah, there's still no movement in the Henley Grange bullpen. I don't know if that means Jack Partington is going to be the next pitcher of choice to come in, standing in centre field. It's generally been the way they've gone the last couple of games in game one.
Not really showing any signs of being worn out. He's still calm, collected.
Yeah, he's a good workhorse, Geordie. He's pretty efficient. He throws the ball well. That's pretty well hit too.
It's curved back. Nice. The wind's taken that. And that is the second out.
Good catch there by Field going back on that and just coming in at the last minute as the ball died as it got to left field. I think he's chatting to Pardo right now saying, geez, that died on me.
You could really see it, yeah. It looked like a big curveball, almost like the ghost curve in the air. All right, up to the plate, Simon Atkins.
Yeah, got a very good hit in the last innings, so he'd be full of confidence.
You see centre field shading to that right side now after you put it in that right centre gap last at bat. Big gap in the left centre gap now.
Couple on the hill as well.
Yeah,
watching, I noticed.
Pardo's just pulling him over now, saying, come to me, I'm coming over.
Couple of picnics going on the hill here at West Beach, a beautiful relaxed ballpark where lots of families and kids can run around and enjoy baseball here in South Australia.
It's quite a nice place to watch from up on the hill there. Gone out there for a few Giants games and there's actually a really good spot to watch it from.
It is great, yeah. Get an esky, get a glove, play some catch ball with the kids. And dogs as well. They have Bark in the Parks, another great event where the dogs are up on the hill with you too. Send foul. And that's why you park your car a little bit further away when you visit West Beach. There we are. There's our friends on the hill there on screen.
There's the boys all hanging out, the Rams and the boys all hanging out there. I think that's most of the under-15 Rams hanging out there at the moment. Good to see them coming out and enjoying the game. Well, it's a tough play from Kogi. Great play. Oh, he's missed the ball.
Oh, there.
Runs coming home.
That'll bring another
and
run
behind,
home.
backing up. Ooh.
That was a good hustle by Simon Atkins. Put a bit of pressure on the shortstop.
A bit of communication there between Koki and Bolly about who was going to take it, and just that step cost him there that chance to come at it.
The runner just running past at that time as well. Might have been difficult to judge.
I think Jet's done a great job there keeping that ball in front because there was no one behind him there backing that up. That ball gets through, there's another run.
Yeah, good call. Catchers always just getting their body in the line.
So tough call here now with good speed on the corners. You've got first and third. Jet coming out and putting the signs on.
Top of the order for the Saints as well. Harry Nucky up to bat.
Saints take it to 4 runs to 1. inside for the first pitch. The top of the 6th. Runners on the corners, 2 out. Nice sound into the glove there.
Harry Nucky was pretty impressed with that. Not.
So 3-run lead to Sturt. As you were mentioning, Kim, if the lead becomes 4 or more, then it's harder to reel back in.
Yeah, there's different hurdles you get through, and one's, you can manufacture a run, you can manufacture 2 at times, but 3, 4 becomes a bigger gap than anything else.
Big swing. So great battle here at West Beach. Both teams showing a lot of fight.
I don't think you could ask for much more for game 1 of a 3-game series.
It's got something of a bit of everything here. Fans enjoying the baseball here in South Australia.
Same plate.
Just off again. Not quite enough pep on that throw.
Yeah, it's a tough play in that hole, especially with someone that can run. As you see him here getting up the line, it really doesn't give you much time. He's fielding, got rid of that ball real quick and still can't get it there in time.
Yeah, not even time to take a step. But again, great hustle by the runner.
Great hustle by Harry Nucky.
Yeah.
Put the ball in play and good things happen.
I'd be very surprised if they don't run him here with speed on both corners.
So another run goes in for Sturt. That takes the lead out to a 4-run lead, 5-1 here at West Beach.
Oh, he might not have to.
He's going to drop. Runners have scored 1 more. Make that 2. The Saints' bats are on fire. 2 more runs go in for Sturt. As number 35, Mitch Lightbody, gets bat to ball there, John.
2 out, double, 2 RBIs. Can't do much better than that. Great play, Mitch. He's pretty happy with himself too out there on second base, and why wouldn't he be?
This becomes the question now. If you continue to throw your best in this game and try to get yourself back into the game, or do you go, this game's done, we need to actually now put everything into that second game and make sure we win that and keep your pitching back as long as you need it?
Which is exactly probably the conversation they're having up there, yeah. Best of 3 series, and of course you can see Yonazawa in the background. Everyone trying to reassure him as well. It's
Geordie's at 100 pitches too, so he won't be pitching again in the game. Kim's got a very good point. What do you do?
Did you bring your jersey tonight, Kim, or...?
Yeah, I'd be lucky to get there from halfway these days, my friend. Batting practice is about all I throw. Looks like they're going to be keeping Geordie in.
I don't think there's anything more heartbreaking for a pitcher with 2 outs and the runs just start scoring and blokes make mistakes. And
sliding to a moment. The play's made at first, end of the innings.
Yeah, and that's it. He's done his job out there. He's got ground balls. Even the start of this inning was a ground ball through the hole. So sometimes you throw the ball where you want it and it gets hit, and it gets hit hard and you get the out. Sometimes you throw where you want it and that ball just nubs through a hole or dies over the infield. And at the end of the day, your result doesn't really show what you're throwing some days.
No, he's only been booked for 2 earned runs as well. So, yeah.
That can be a game of centimetres. The ball goes.
Saints have scored 4 runs in this innings.
All right, that's Mr. T up there, is it, John?
Yeah, that's the man. Terrell Joyce.
Koki's got another opportunity here.
Here we go. And throws right through the first baseman. That'll be put some confidence back into him. Excellent work. They'll be happy with that, shutting down that innings.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic for Koki. He's very good defensive. Like as John said, he was the shortstop of the year for the South Australian Baseball League team this year. And defensively, he was extremely sound. So it's very uncharacteristic for him to make a couple of errors in that inning.
Really smooth here. Had time for a couple of steps. Beautiful play. More subarashi.
The hardest thing you find with a lot of those choppers on these dirt infields, they do kick a lot more than they do on the grass, making it a little bit more difficult for you.
There we go. All right, we'll be back very shortly here at West Beach. Stay right there, grab your snacks, grab your drink. We'll have more baseball action from South Australia shortly. For game one of the Div 1 Men's Baseball Championship Series here in South Australia. And Kai Hampton is the man on the mound for the Sturt Saints. First one in there for a strike.
He's just banging it down. Pound the zone, Kai, pound the zone.
After Phil showed Bundy's first at bat, you got Geordie playing in on the third base side. I'd expect once he gets to the O2 count, he'll be moving back. And
Great
he starts
pitch
to
there.
move back now.
So 0-2 the count. Sturt up by a lead of 6 runs here at West Beach.
Sorting off.
First out. Nicely taken there at first base.
Kai Hampton's a qualified primary school teacher for those listening out there. Studied in the US and currently works as a primary school teacher relief at the moment. But he's not throwing baseballs.
I'd hate to be a naughty kid up the back seat when he's got an eraser in his hand.
You're showing your age there.
Oh, sorry, an iPad or something.
Rams looking for Pardo to get something going.
Yeah, top of the lineup now. You really need to start getting some base runners. You're starting to run out of outs. Ground ball up the middle.
Oh.
Picked by Zach and over to first and retires the second out of the inning.
Taken cleanly, Zach Altamura.
One of the pitchers in the Sturt team always says it's lovely when you've got an ABL standard second baseman and shortstop behind you. And they've been very good this year. Either of them can play. Mitch is an outstanding shortstop as well.
Yeah, it's good to have those versatile players who can rotate should the need from injury or absence arise. Number 65 up, Liam Bull. 2 out. Big swing there.
He got the run last innings, didn't he? Got the triple?
Yeah.
Well, last at bat, sorry.
You know, any base runner right now at 2 outs is going to help you.
Owen won the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Gets some contact, but goes foul.
You can go after hitters a lot more when you got that 6-run lead, especially coming into a final, you know. We always talk to a lot of our juniors about pitching with the situation, not pitching to trying to strike every hitter out. Let them hit the ball, let them put it in play, be as efficient as you can.
Let the field do the work. I like that one.
I think we all like that one.
Might have struck out the umpire.
He's not very emotive, Mr. Hampton.
It's a hop, skip and a jump away from the dugout, but 1 and 2 the count. There she goes. Another K.
There afterwards.
We're going to have to check how many strikeouts that is, but he's chalking them up, that's for sure. Kai Hampton.
Umpire and catcher having a nice conversation there too, just to figure out maybe where that pitch was.
Pat on the back, smiles aplenty.
That's his 7th strikeout in 6 innings.
Look at that. 7th strikeout for Kai Hampton of the Sturt Saints. Great work there. As the Henley Grange take the field, we'll be back very shortly here at West Beach. We are back here at Dicolour Australia Stadium. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined here by Kim Ashworth from the Henley and Grange Rams and John McClure from the Sturt Saints. As big first strike there for Jordan McCardle, the captain.
I think he was looking dead red fastball right there and got him out in front.
He's due. None from 3 tonight.
Nice pitch there from another Geordie Gross. 0 and 2. Oh, beautiful on the outside there.
Beautifully painted, just hit every spot he wanted to in that at bat. That's the effectiveness of pitching right there. That's the difference between someone standing out there throwing the ball as hard as they can and someone that can pitch.
Geordie Gross becoming Bob Ross with the paintbrush.
A happy tree.
Fouled off there by Simon Ballmer, the big left-handed German. He's made it right field. Lou Helmig, no doubt, waiting for yet another play from his friend.
Tell you what, that breeze has shifted again. We're now going out to right field again. We've had a couple of shifts of the breeze in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty strong now.
Yeah, pretty strong out there now. If you can get one up on that jet string.
Yeah, the left-handers will be loving this breeze if they can pull it to right field. There we are, close-up of the flags. The great team at Sportsquake. Of course, covering all the Adelaide Giants. Big shout-out to that team. Down the line there, taken nicely. Wilson Lee. No, that's a change there. So yes, it is Wilson Lee.
It's nice of him taking his bat for a run.
Thought he was playing cricket for a bit.
Oh, it makes it easy than picking it up on your way back, I guess.
Yet another magpie swoops as well. Hopefully there'll be no exploding birds. I did see Randy Johnson, a third base coach there, so hopefully...
Yeah, tell you what, that's one of the best Halloween costumes I've seen going around. The bird and Randy Johnson going around together for Halloween.
Fouled off there. Yeah, the big left-hander Lockie Wells from the Adelaide Giants, he's got the big moustache as well, so another channeling Randy Johnson, no doubt. Big swing there.
What a difference an inning can make, eh?
JBR with a big swing. 0-2 the count now. Looking really good now, Geordie on the mound. Get through this.
Jacko looking for his second hit of the evening.
It's really been Sturt's bottom half of the lineup that's got them going in a lot of these innings where they've scored runs.
0-2 the count.
There's the Koki we know.
Oh, Koki, great solid play. And Yonizawa makes the final play. So, Henley Grange, bit of work to do with the bat, but they're nice and solid, that innings there from the defence side, as Koki scoops it up, fires it to first. Let's see if the Henley Grange bats can come alive and bring that lead back here. Here at West Beach, Dicolour Australia Stadium. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium here in beautiful South Australia. Of course, these pictures brought to you by the lovely team at Space Quake Sports here in South Australia, together with Baseball SA, a great community of baseball enthusiasts. We've got, of course, the Sturt Saints playing the Henley Grange Rams. We're at the bottom of the 7th, 7-1 to Sturt. Ball fired down to first base. One pitch, one out. Yet again there, Kim.
So, guys, 6.1 innings, 69 pitches, 48 strikes, 7 Ks.
Tell you what, that's a pretty good maths lesson for the classroom tomorrow or next week.
You're going to win more games when you lose with those stats. Yeah, Henley Grange is really starting to run out of outs now. They need to start getting some base runners on and actually making things happen. It's the game's at that point now where they're going to have to bat themselves out of this. They're not going to be able to play a short game. They're not going to be able to rely on anything else other than their bats now to get them back in it.
So number 49, Lou Helmig. The big left-hander. Sends one deep, and...
Off the wall.
Off the wall. He's round to second. He's rounding second. Coming into third. He's going to stand up at third. And don't the Henley and Grange fans love it there, Kim?
That's what you need. Like I said, you need to start getting those bats working if you're going to get yourselves back into this game. Triple helps. You need 4 or 5 more to truly cut that lead down and make it a game again.
So really good positive start after that first out of the innings here for Henley Grange. So Corky, Yonizawa, number 6, up to bat. can he put into play here?
This part of the game, you're just looking to get the outs. Happy to take the run if you get the out.
Look at him go. He's... Oh, close call. He was quick, but it appears that the throw was quicker.
Blake Halligan at first, one of the best umpires in the league. So looking at that play there, I reckon he got it right.
Good
Tough
recovery
play.
by Jordan.
Yeah, and a good throw across the diamond, hit him right there and needed it to. And
Umpire in the right position.
Let's have a look at that.
Great call.
great call.
Excellent call.
And a big shout out to the umpires here for their great work. Obviously through all the leagues, but especially here at Div 1 here for Baseball South Australia. So 2 out now, bottom of the 7th. Jordan Hodges fouls one away. So 2 out now. You'd really want to be adding to the scoreboard here, Kim.
Yeah, look, like I said, Sturt right now, all they're counting down is the outs. As long as you get the outs before the runs catch the plate, you're going to win the game. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 or you win by 5 at this stage of the season.
Called strike there.
Great pitch, painting the outside edge.
Have to get that man a paintbrush as well, you reckon, John?
Yeah.
Blake looking for something up in the zone there. It's a tough pitch for a pitcher that goes that command down in the zone to try to get back up in that top half of it.
Big swing, big celebration. Kai Hampton,
Number
yet
8 strikeout.
another K. Number 8 strikeout for Kai Hampton on the mound for the Sturt Saints. They head back to the dugout. We're going to have the Henley and Grange Rams head out to the field shortly. Sturt Saints 7, Henley and Grange Rams 1. We'll be back for the 8th inning very shortly. Welcome back to Dicolour Australia Stadium. My name is Jared Hoare. I'm joined here with Kim Ashworth from the Henley and Grange Rams and John McClure from the Sturt Saints. And of course, these pictures brought to you by the great team at Space Quake Sports. They really do make broadcasting look like a piece of cake.
Great supporters of SA baseball.
They are definitely. with all the Adelaide Giants games, those that have seen those broadcasts, excellent work. There's one sent to first, great covering by the pitcher. That's the first out. One pitch, one out there, Kim.
Yeah, and that's a play you do dime a dozen every training session, just about when you're doing your PFPs with your pitches. And spring training, if you're ever there, that's just, it's done 55 times a day.
Unless it's the World Series.
Unless it's the World Series, yeah, and you don't have to worry about it, and you don't have to catch the ball in centre either, so, you know.
Shout out to all those Dodgers fans who know what's up. So one out here. Up at the plate, we have number 41, Zach Altamura, the shortstop, who's been great in defence today, John.
Very safe pair of hands at shortstop.
Big swing.
We're going to miss him next season. We'll probably miss him for the next 4 or 5. Let's hope he doesn't come back. Let's hope he lives his dream.
You really do inspire the young kids here as everyone goes off and pursues their dreams, and it's great to hear those stories. And of course, Eric Bollner has a podcast, the Australian Baseball News. Do check that up if you're a fan of Australian baseball, looking for all the updates and insights. And of course, lots of South Aussie players are heavily featured there, with of course Curtis Mead leading the way. So do check it out on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Eric Sensei should be happy with that plug, I reckon, Kim.
Yeah, I think so. But, yeah, on Curtis Mead, it's just phenomenal to have a kid from our state that's gone over there and done that. It's such a hard market to crack. It's such a hard market to get into, and to get where he's got, it's just phenomenal. And the spring training he's had, let's just hope this kid goes as far as he can and just becomes an absolute superstar over there.
Yeah, again, the kids absolutely love him. He's just swamped for autographs and photos when he's here. Another one, deja vu.
Another PFP.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully Jarrett Cole's watching this replay. He can learn how to go there. No. Great.
He probably tripped over his wallet.
Great defence there from Henley Grange. Second out. Good hustle there from Geordie. You know, he's pitched a lot of innings, but ran straight there to back up.
Yeah, when that's your runs, you generally get there quick enough. You know what you're doing.
Nice pitch for a strike. Low there for a ball. Simon Atkins.
Simon Triple Atkins, I believe he's known now.
Yeah.
Now known as now.
Well, he's got the looks and the speed of Bobby Witt Jr., I reckon. So
he was nicknamed the Snack by the girls in the baseball club. I love telling Simon stories. He was the finest tee-baller I ever saw.
Nice.
Known Simon a long time. He come right up through the ranks too.
It's great to have those leaders with the younger kids and seeing the relationships. Obviously, as president, John, you'd see all the inspiration they have for the younger players coming through too, even from the T-ball age.
Yeah, they're a good bunch of lads. Just very fortunate that we had a very talented bunch come through together from 2018-19 when most of them were 18-19. Jodie McArdle, Mitch Lightbody, Damon Arnold, Harry Nucky, Kai Hampton, Simon Atkins, all around the same age group. That's why we've had such a strong team over the last 6 years.
What about Henley Grange, Kim? Who's some names that the viewers should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, so like we said before, we got a lot of the guys that have played all their junior baseball at Henley Grange. There's one there in Geordie Hodges. You've got Liam Ball, who's also a long-time Henley Grange family and represented the club for many years. You got Travascus coming up now to bat, whose family is very heavily entrenched in the club and do a massive amount of work for that club. And without people that volunteer at your clubs like that, it really is a hard task. So, you know, for all those volunteers out there that have done that through all the clubs this year, and the recognition that some of the volunteers have got, Tony Probert from East Torrens was recognised as the Volunteer of the Year for the East Torrens Baseball Club with the SABL Awards during the week, and it's what it takes to get a club to be able to get to this type of level, and without them it's a hard slog for a lot of clubs. So thank you to everyone out there that's volunteered during the year.
Big shout out to all the volunteers that are watching this beautiful Space Quake Sports streaming. We'll take a quick break and be back very shortly for the Henley Grange team coming up to bat. Welcome back to Colour Australia Stadium here for Game 1 of the Div 1 Men's Championship Series. We have the Sturt Saints leading the Henley Grange rounds. What a catch! Line drive.
Paddy Inglis comes in, sees one pitch and lines it straight at first base.
Sees ball, hit ball.
And Simon Bormer swallows it at first.
That's a tough thing to do, to sit there for nearly 8 innings now and come up and just see one pitch and hit it that hard.
And it's one of the hardest things in sports, they say, to hit a baseball. So when you fail twice and succeed once and it's considered a success, you know it's a pretty hard game.
You're a millionaire if you can do that.
So what can Henley and Grange get together here? What can they manage here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out? Inside there, 1-1 the count now. Jet up at the plate. Kai Hampton still
Mr. Efficient. He's
fighting
only
through.
80 pitches. 7.1 innings. Remarkable evening.
So what sort of numbers would they be looking at, Kim, for a pitcher?
Look, we would focus on 4 pitches a batter, 4 batters an inning. So you're looking at trying to throw around 16 pitches to be efficient. Anything you start getting outside that, and when you start getting to mid to high 20s, you're either walking people or you're putting people on base. So we try to stay out of that as much as we can. We try to get the ball put in play, and if you can get 3 outs with 7 pitches by having them hit the ball, then you've done your job. So too often we see guys trying to strike everyone out, and we go 15 to 25 pitches just to be able to have 3 up, 3 down. It's far too inefficient to be able to then go to that 6th and 7th inning.
Obviously a 3-game series. Do we obviously? What's the coach sort of thinking? Keep him on the mound to the end, or save something for Game 3, or?
I would say right now they're going to pretty look much for him to finish out.
Yep.
You got to get that first win on the board. If you put that first win on the board, you put yourself in a much better position.
Just up high for a ball. So 2 are here for Henley and Grange. Acosta, number 1 at the plate. Sturt are up 7-1. As starts to get a bit fresh here from the sea breeze. The crowd, no doubt, warming themselves with some warm pies.
I think it's the first time I've put a jacket on in 6 months, to be honest.
It's been pretty warm recently here in South Australia, hasn't it? We were talking earlier, there's been a little bit of rain this morning. Hopefully that's cooled things down a bit, but hopefully tomorrow and the next day will be...
Well, I'll be fine, 27 degrees forecast.
Beautiful baseball weather.
So Sturt 4 outs away from Game 1. Would like to finish with Kai on the mound and not use any of their Game 2 and 3 pitches.
Did he go? Nope. Full count here, bottom of the 8th.
That wouldn't have missed much, would it? Goodness me.
Kai gets his signs from the catcher. Inside.
Well, it's his first walk of the evening, gentlemen. 7.2 innings. You'd have to say good at bat by Phil Acosta.
Yeah, and that's what you need from your 9-hole hitter when you're chasing 6 runs. Get the top of the lineup up and give yourself a chance. Right now, it's get yourself on any way you can. Take a pitch, take a walk, get yourself on. You just need a multiple of base runner now.
And the bloke at bat had the best average in the league for the season.
Big swing there from Jack Partington. Strike one.
I always reckon that should be out. The foul tip.
Caught behind, you reckon?
Caught behind. It's the only game in the world I know we can get caught and not be out. At least on the first 2 anyway.
Yeah. Get a couple of slips in there as well, mate.
Oh, double play ball.
There you go, scooped up. They only need the 1. They could have got the 2. But that does it for another innings. Sturt Saints, led by the man on the mound, Kai Hampton. They are up 7-1. We're going to head into the last inning, the 9th inning here at West Beach. What do we have in store? Stay right there. And our friends from Space Quake Sports will bring you more great baseball action shortly. Welcome back here to West Beach. We have just entered the 9th inning, the top of the 9th. Wilson is on the mound for Henley Grange, replacing Geordie Gross, who had a great outing today. Battled through many innings.
Yeah, to get through 8's a pretty good effort to get through at this level. And also, too, you know, he got a little bit of unlucky with a ground ball through the hole and a couple of errors made. And I think of his runs that he gave up, I think only 2 were earned. As the ball gets hit to centre, Pardo rounds it up and gets the first out of the inning. So Simon Wilson's coming to pitch. He hasn't pitched a whole lot in the last few weeks during the final series. I think that's the sign to say, look, you know, let's get him on the second game. So we'll keep as much back as we can. And he'll be out there just to get through this inning. And look, you know, if the game does get tied up or starts getting close, I think you'll see some action in the bullpen.
Yeah, Geordie Gross's numbers were pretty good. 8 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, but only 2 earned. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. So
did very well.
Take the errors out, which is a much closer game.
Yeah, really good duel from the pitchers. Went the distance. As the ball hits our roof up here. One of the pitching changes I enjoyed earlier in the year was seeing Adelaide Giants Rickson Wingrove on the mound. It was some fierce...
You know, on that topic, he has got an arm like a cannon.
Definitely he does. As that one goes out to left, taken for the second out.
And the same with Geordie McArdle. He's got an arm like a cannon, and they stand on the mound for the Giants. I think they get instructions from Tank just to throw pies. Is that what happens, Kim?
Yeah, look, that's what, often you'll get position players who want to be pitchers and pitchers who want to be position players. But, you know, when you put your position player out there, look, their job's usually the game's done and your job's just to get us through and get us back to the hotel room and get back tomorrow.
Not risk injury, not risk anything, just...
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been some cases where you've had some position players come out and hurt themselves. I think Jose Canseco came in and threw knuckleballs back in the 90s and ended up hurting himself and, you know, kind of blew a contract there for a little while. But that's the thing. You can go through and watch the YouTube videos and it's quite comical to watch major league hitters hit very average pitching.
Inside there. So 1-1. 2 out. Just inside. The crowd have seen a good game thus far of baseball. Go ahead, John.
Oh, no, I was just saying for the connoisseurs out there, we're only 2 hours and 7 minutes into the game. A quick game's a good game, is that right, Kim?
Yeah, look, it has been a good game so far, and I hate games that drag out. Quite often you can sit here and watch pitchers take their time and walk around the mound, and I always talk to guys and say, look, get your momentum and get back up on the mound and keep delivering. There's times you might need it, but you don't need to do it every time.
Yeah, you can see the pitchers and the batters each have their own rhythms and almost like muscle memory. They get locked in.
And Geordie works quick. I haven't seen Kai pitch much in my lifetime of watching baseball in the state. I haven't seen Sturt much this year at all, but to see these guys come out and work real quick, it's been good to watch.
As the runner is walked to first. So Sturt now with the runner, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
On first base.
This could be an interesting matchup.
As the captain, Geordie McArdle, captain of the Adelaide Giants, steps up to the plate. What can we expect here, Kim?
Oh, look, I think, you know, like I said, Simon's out there just to do the job, just to get through to the next inning. So he's just going to keep throwing those strikes and try to get outs as quick as he can. But like I said, sometimes when you've seen pitching that's a lot quicker and then you've got something coming in a tad slower, it does take an adjustment. It is actually harder to hit sometimes.
You have to put the pace on the ball more so, like cricket would be the spinners versus the pace bowlers.
Yeah, it's just that whole, you know, you see major league guys, they just pop the ball up. It's a harder thing for them to hit when they don't see it that often. And when you see 95 miles an hour regularly and then you come in and see 60 miles an hour, it does take a while to get used to, and that's that once through the lineup type of thing.
So 1-1 the count here, top of the 9th.
Well, he's done his job. He's got 2 out so far.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like I said, they can be extremely effective once through the lineup. Guys like this that just come in and keep pounding the zone, move the ball around a little bit, put it in spots harder to hit.
And the runner takes second base.
32-year-old Terrell Joyce showing a bit of pace there, gentlemen.
Mr. T just about as fast as the 18 van there, I reckon, mate. A pity the full. Big smile on his face too.
Actually, you'll see a nice photo of him in the advertiser tomorrow. That's Adelaide's daily paper. Our intrepid photographer, Jeff Nicholas, took a picture of Terrell diving to catch a ball full length. It's actually a great photo, and apparently it's in the paper tomorrow. So have a look at that. He's full stretch off the ground, catching the ball. Caught it like a 20-year-old, landed like a 32-year-old. He was a bit ginger when he got up.
Is that a Rob Laidlaw picture?
No, it's Jeff Nicholas. Sorry, Rob. Jeff takes better pictures.
2-2 the count here, top of the 9th. Geordie McArdle.
Ooh.
Plate.
Straight to Willie.
There it is.
Just like Kim called it.
And that's the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Henley Grange are down by 6. Will their batting lineup fire up? Stay tuned here at Space Quake Sports for our final inning. Bottom of the ninth, right after this. Welcome back here to Dicolour Australia Stadium. We have game one of the Div 1 Men's Baseball Championship Series. Sturt Saints versus the Henley Grange Rams. Bottom of the ninth, Sturt 7, Henley Grange 1. Kai Hampton has been on the mound the whole evening here for the Saints.
Liam Bull, 1 from 3. Looking to get something going.
And next to me, Kim Ashworth is standard. He's starting to rally, I think, in the stands.
No, cramp instead. Not used to sitting for this long.
Are you going to get your hat inside out, mate? Isn't that what the cool kids do in the stands?
Yeah, I think we need to get a little bit closer to start getting that going. But yeah, you know, if you can start showing some signs and get that tying run on, you might see an inside hat or a shark come up.
One's popped up shallow.
Very reliable pair of hands here in Mitch Lightbody. Played quite a few games with the bite, stroke Giants in his younger days.
So the Saints are 2 outs away. Wilson Lee makes his way to the plate. Takes his first one for a ball.
So it's been a long time between base runners for the Rams. I think probably the last ones with the double play where Koki's hit it up in the middle and Willie's come off the base at third. I don't know if we've had a base runner since then.
Definitely looking to get someone on board. Just misses. 2-0 the count. The fans here at West Beach have seen a great game of baseball. Of course, tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Adelaide time. And then, if required, the third game will be on Sunday.
The baseball starts tomorrow at 8:50 with the Division 4 Grand Final, followed by the Division 3 Grand Final and the Division 2 Grand Final. And then the big finale at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you there for John McClure, the president of Sturt Saints. So lots of baseball action happening here in South Australia, of course. Do check Baseball SA website for updates as a runner's walked. So Wilson Lee makes his way to first. A runner on there for you, Kim.
Yeah, you see Willie 3-0 there taken all the way. You just need base runners now. It doesn't matter how you get on. Even if Lou puts this ball over the fence, you're still chasing 4 or 5 runs. So right now you just got to get yourself there on base any way you can.
So Lou Helmig.
Lovely pitch.
Beautiful movement on that one.
I'm actually surprised they're even holding him on. I'd have your first base back playing, not even holding the runner on. It doesn't make any difference to you right now, but if you can just get that out, that's all the difference you need. I don't know if Matt hasn't noticed that he's holding him on yet, but yeah, it's pointless to hold him on right now, especially with the lefty up.
Now, John talked about it earlier, but if you notice on his helmet, You'll notice the WBC mark on the back there, perfect. And the D for Deutschland. So the German baseball team, the qualifiers, I believe, John was saying, part of. So a great international team here for Henley Grange.
And it's good of the boys to come back and play in our local league. It's good for SA baseball.
Of course, Team Australia in the WBC as well. They're going to have a great lineup come next time around. Next year, I think, isn't it, Kim?
No idea. Sorry. I'll just agree with you and say, yeah, it is.
Swear word in German, no doubt, for those lip reading at home. So Kai Hampton, 9th innings. He's going the distance here tonight. What can Lou Helmig put together for the Henley Grange Rams here in the bottom of the 9th?
Just hit 100 pitches.
Take some time, readjusts. So 1 out here, 2 and 2. Henley Grange with runner at first.
It's interesting when you see Lou hit. He actually hits a long way up the box. Most of the guys you will see come back as far as they can to give himself enough time. But if you see where Lou is at the moment, his front foot's almost right at the very front of that batting box.
Big right hoof it is too. Gray.
Double play to end the game.
2, and that is it. The Sturt Saints take game 1, and have a look at the president, John McClure. Is he excited or what, John?
There's another game to go. Maybe 2.
Really good effort here tonight, obviously led by Kai Hampton on the mound. That double play sealing the win here tonight for game 1. And what would you say about the performance tonight, John, from your...
definitely Kai Hampton, man of the match. Henley Grange just make critical errors at critical times. And the Saints took advantage of it. Hence the 7-1 win. Not rocket science to work that out.
And Kim, to you, obviously Henley Grange, they'll regroup, come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they'll come, regroup like you said, come back tomorrow. I'd imagine that Willie Lee will start on the mound from tomorrow. He's been pretty efficient in most games he's pitched. So Pardo's still in reserve. You've got a lot of pitching behind him. If they can get to a third game, I like their chances of actually taking that one out. But we've got to get to that third game now. So scoring 1 run's not going to win you too many games. You need to get out there and get the bats working tomorrow.
So there you have it here from Dicolour Australia Stadium. Game 1 of Division 1 men's baseball in South Australia, the championships, the 3-game series. Game 1 goes to the Sturt Saints. They have defeated the Henley Grange Rams tonight 7-1. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to the team at Space Quake Sports for the broadcast. And of course, thank you very much to having Kim Ashworth from the Henley Grange Rams and John McClure. My name is Jared Hall. Please tune in again tomorrow. We have the Div 1 Game 2 starting 7:30 p.m. Adelaide time. See you then, and we'll see you again tomorrow here at West Beach Dicolour Australia Stadium. Good night for tonight.